And welcome back to Hannity. So, as we told you in our opening monologue, some liberals, they're promising stiff resistance against President-elect Donald Trump's pick for Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. Now, this includes the Reverend Al Sharpton. He's going to spearhead the effort, according to PJ Media, against him. Quote, it's going to be a season of civil disobedience because of Sessions' nomination. Here's a reminder of what Al Sharpton has said in the past. Take a look.
I'm tired of the magazine. You ain't nothing. You're a punk. Now come on, do something. We're the best chicken fries in the universe. But we don't want to buy some kind of sandwich chicken. Folks was in the cave when we had built empires. We learned to admire them, but they knew to admire us. We built pyramids before Donald Trump ever knew what architecture was. Yes. You want to be the only on television. The only in the newspaper. The only can talk.
And Al Sharpton, who's leading the charge, he's not alone. Michael Moore, he's promising to do this.
Trump gets upset if there's 10 people outside Trump Tower. He tweets about it. Unfair. The day after he wins, right? He's won. And he goes, protesters down on the street, there's like 10 people. Unfair. It's like,
it's true.
It's that, right? Yeah, no, he did. That's the word he used. And it's like, wow, what's he going to think if there's 100,000? Or 500,000. I mean, no, it's so important that we all, everybody who can go there, go there.
Joining us now, two people who know Senator Sessions well, former U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Joe DeGenova, and the founder and president of the Woodson Center. Now, he's worked close to Senator Sessions. Bob Woodson is with us. Good to see you both, Joe. You can see this coming. I laid out the history of the smearing in every election season. Clarence Thomas, Robert Bork. This is just standard operating procedure. How will Jeff Sessions respond to this?
Well, first of all, Sean, he's going to be a great witness because he is a good and decent man. He's an honorable person. He served the country well as an attorney general in the state of Alabama, as a United States attorney. As you indicated, he's prosecuted members of the Ku Klux Klan, got a life sentence for one and a death penalty for another. The Democrats have gone out of their way to line up a group of misfits, liars, perjurers, and miscreants to try to attack Senator Sessions. This time it's not going to work. He's going to be introduced by a moderate to liberal senator from Maine, Susan Collins, who supports his nomination along with all of the Republicans. They tried in 1986 and succeeded to smear him with lies from two witnesses, all of which was later proven to be false by sworn affidavits from FBI agents, assistant U.S. attorneys. Senator Sessions is going to do very well, and the reason is very simply, he has done good and done very well the entire time he's been in the United States Senate.
Bob Woodson, you know Senator Sessions. You see these allegations creeping up. How does the left justify, making the face of this, leading the charge, the Reverend Al Sharpton, with all the things that he said back in the past? How's that possible?
Well, first of all, as a veteran of the civil rights movement myself, I'm appalled that that movement has dwarfed into a race grievance industry where they use the rich legacy of the civil rights movement as a bludgeon against their political opponents and as a shield to protect themselves from personal responsibility. It's ironic, Sean, that a delegation in 2001, a delegation from Lowndes County, Alabama, that's 43 miles from the Selma to Montgomery March, where conditions of poor blacks in there are worse than they are back 50 years ago. They came to Washington to meet with their local congressional representative, member of the Black Caucus, to seek relief for 35 families that were threatened from ejection from their house from a court order because they had raw sewage on the ground. And they were offered tickets to a boat ride, and instead they came into my office, and I came into Lowndes County and called Jeff Sessions, and we worked together over the next 5 years to not only bring relief to those 35 families, but to address the myriad of other problems facing them. They had no recreation center in the county. The schools had coal-burning stoves. They had to close the school. There's no internet access, no recreation center. Jeff Sessions helped organize 75 business leaders in Washington. We were able to raise millions of dollars to help those folks.
Let me ask you both this. Is it going to work, Joe DeGenova?
No, it's not. It's not going to work this time because the truth is that Senator Sessions has served his country well. The people now know that all of the things that were said about him in 1986 were absolutely false. And I'll give you another reason. Isn't it fascinating that the Democratic senators are using Al Sharpton as their point person on this? These are the same senators who for 20 years were led by Robert Byrd. Robert Byrd, a Democrat, who had been a member of, who had been a leader of the Ku Klux Klan in West Virginia.
Hillary's
that started
mentor.
his political career.
Hillary's mentor. All right, I got to run, guys, but I have a homework assignment for this audience. Watch tomorrow, because you're going to see what Clarence Thomas went through, what Bork went through, and what we go through every 4 years. They play the race card, and it's ugly and it's disgusting. Thank you both for being with us. And up next.